Welcome back, Soul Family. I'm the Alchemist, and I leave my body. And what I've learned from going to the other side over and over again is this: the only true veil between you and your divine remembrance is fear. So, this video is going to be all about overcoming your fear to unlock the out of body state. If you don't know why you would want to unlock the out of body state, you might want to watch some of my previous videos because the other side is amazing. Your heaven awaits you. Truly. Letting go of fear is the key. It's the final illusion. And once you pass through it, you don't just see the truth, you become it. So let's think about this for a second. We can all agree that we come here on earth in forgetfulness. We don't remember where we come from. We don't remember where you were before you came here. Some people do, but the majority of us do not. And it's no secret. Everybody knows this. We know it. The other side knows it. It's no secret. So, and as we know, the base frequency on the other side, you can say, is unconditional love. And when you're a being moving in unconditional love, what's one thing that you don't want to do? You wouldn't want to put somebody in fear or scare somebody, right? So, with that said, if you are a divine being on the other side of the veil in remembrance, and you want to come to see somebody that is in the realm of forgetfulness, you will not present yourself if that person is in fear. And this even goes a little bit further than that. The other realms won't even present themselves to you if you are in fear as well, because where are these other beings? In the other realms. So if you're moving in fear, one, you're going to have a hard time even leaving your body. And two, the other side and all of the mysteries of the universe and the gates of heaven, you can say, won't open to you until you remove fear. So, this video is going to be twofold. One, it's going to help you achieve the out of body state by breaking all of your fear based limiting beliefs. And two, it's also going to help you unlock things once you leave your body. And we can think about this even a little further. When you're scared, you can say fear blinds you. It's when our human fight or flight instinct kicks in. Fear blocks your ability to see. So let's work on overcoming this fear together. So I decided to break this video down into 5 sections, 5 questions that I get asked the most about leaving your body. So let's start with the big one, the fear of death or the illusion of death. Because what if I told you that death isn't real? What if I told you that thing that we all call death is more like an awakening? It's more like being born again. And, we've been taught to fear it. We've been taught to mourn it. We even have funerals when people pass away. We dread it, right? But death is nothing more than stepping out of one dream, one reality, being reborn again into your true nature, you could say. Remembrance again. So you don't die, you expand. And think about it. We all know this to be true, right? Deep down, you all know death is an illusion. There's countless times of people connecting with the other side. You leave your body, you automatically know death is an illusion because you are outside of your physical body and you are still physical. I have done this, and countless others have done this and are telling you that you can too. And the out of body process, you basically feel like you're dying. It's no different because think about it. In order for you to be 100% in your soul form, your soul cannot be in your body. And your soul is what fuels the body. Your soul is what gives this body life. So if your soul is out of it, it's safe to say there is no life in your body. That's an out of body experience. That is what we call death. That is also what we call near death experience. The only difference is An out of body experience, you're doing it on purpose, in control, and you come back. A near death experience, well, that's exactly what it sounds like, right? It's when you die on accident, you go to the other side, and you still choose to come back because we always have a choice. You will always have the choice as you are in complete control. This is one of the fundamental truths of existence. You are your complete authority. Nothing else controls you. We exist outside of this entire universe. This I know to be 100% true. I have been outside of this entire universe. So if you exist outside of this entire universe, why would you think that anything within this universe could control you? It can't. Just think logically. It's I know it's kind of hard to think like this as right now we're in the lowest level of the game and we don't remember these things yet. But if you leave your body, you can remember them. If you're able to shift your perspective and just think in your head, and I know you can do this because everything here is an illusion and it's fake, basically, right? It's all a creation, it's all made up. Even the borders, the countries, right, that we're told, those are imaginary lines. They don't exist. But if you close your head, if you close your eyes, I bet you picture the countries. If you close your eyes and I ask you to picture the world, or I ask you to picture the United States, for example, I bet you picture it with those imaginary lines in your head. So we're all capable of that. That's programming, right? So now we're going to rewire that programming, that false programming, to the truth. So when you close your eyes, imagine being outside of this entire universe. Imagine being outside, looking in, and seeing the entire universe, everything that you know to be true and everything that you know to exist. Imagine looking in and your full, complete authority. That is considered your Godhead, right? That's what we picture God being able to do, right? Look into the universe, have it, hold it in the palm of your hand, basically. That's what we can all do. I've done it. And I'm trying to tell you guys that you can too. So, with that said, why, when you come in here, nothing in here can control you. So, you are always in control. So, that's another thing. This is the illusion of death, but also don't fear not being able to come back or not being in complete control because you exist outside of here. So, anything within here cannot control you. So, with all that said, I think it's safe to say that you are not your body. You are not the name you were given. You are the eternal awareness behind this mask. So, I ask you, if death is simply going home, why would you fear it? Would you fear entering heaven? No, you wouldn't. So, the first topic of this video is overcoming the illusion of death. And that is because when you're achieving the out of body state, it's going to feel like you're dying. You basically have to tell yourself, like, I'm okay with dying tonight. um, because when you're going through the stages of the out of body state, you're really shutting your body down to the point that you're going to go through the sensations of death. Sleep paralysis feels like you're dying, and then your soul actually leaves your body. But I promise you, just like in life, right past the hardest thing that you've ever gone through is typically greatness. Greatness awaits you. Your heaven awaits you just past this stage. And you don't have to die either. It's just the illusion of death. Because when you're having your out of body state, you can come back. You're coming back to your body. I guarantee it. I haven't met one person yet since I've been doing out of body experiences that said, hey, well, they wouldn't say it because they be gone, right? But everybody comes back because the overarching you, your soul, the all knowing you, or what people call your higher self, knows you're going to come back. That's the whole reason you came here in the first place, right? We all came here for a reason. So just because you figured out that you can leave your body and exit the game, it doesn't mean you're not going to come back, because that same reason that you first came here on earth, the first reason, the same reason that you were born a human is the same reason you're going to come back. That does not change. I know in the human perspective, a lot of people want to escape or get out, but as soon as you're out, you return back to the all-knowing you, and you're coming back. Trust me. Number 2 is, if I'm not in my body, can somebody else come in my body? In other words, can my body be possessed? Or what if something enters my body while I'm out? So let me tell you from direct experience, that fear, that false narrative is false. You are energetically tethered to your body. Your soul connects to your body through your pineal gland. No other soul can come in to your body. Like, it's just not possible. It's not a thing. Um, unless you're doing something wicked and you ask for something to come in, then you're giving it permission and it's still not even coming in. You're still in your body. It's just like communicating with you. But like, that's your own doing. So you are sealed to this body by your unique frequency. Every soul has a unique frequency. The body that you inhibit is tied to that soul's frequency. Nothing else can be tied to your body. It's not possible. It's not. So in other words, your own essence is your password and nobody else has it. That fear is just a program. And when you uninstall it, you'll find only safety, freedom, and peace. Peace of mind. And let's think about it. Where does this fear come from? Movies. Comes from movies. Really? I mean, have you ever met anybody that was possessed? No. I mean, and if they were possessed, I'd like to talk to them, because I can tell them that it's your own doing. It's not possible for another being to possess you unless you believe it can and you will it, or you talk to it and you give it access. Simply command your space. The same way that I just said that you exist outside of here and nothing in here can control you, nothing in here can even come into your space. It can't even come around you unless you allow it to. Command your space. But in terms of leaving your body, and when your soul's out of it, nothing can come into it, for the simple fact that your body's tethered to your unique frequency. It's just not a possible thing. We're in a game, a construct, a universe with set rules, right? Set things. That is one of them. Another common fear that I come across when talking about the out of body experience, the out of body state, is the fear of the unknown, right? What do I mean by the unknown? The black void, the question mark, that leap of faith. But let me tell you, with all the love I have in my soul, where we are now, this realm, Earth, the human experience, this is as hard as it gets. Nothing but greatness awaits outside of here. And I get it, you don't know where you're going, right? What's happening to you. If you've never left your body before, you don't know what's going to happen. And everybody considers the other side this big mystery. Nobody knows what it is. Nobody has ever been there. Nobody ever sees it. I mean, you can watch near death experiences, but they don't have enough experiences to really, like, for it to be definitive, for you to say this is what it is. It's just like a one-off experience. Well, my friend Darius has the entire universe mapped out. Okay? We have the entire universe mapped out, all 12 realms. And I can verify from my own personal experience, it's pretty spot on. It's exactly how it is. And that comes from experience after experience after experience, not delivering information until you get to the root, to the bottom of it, to the ultimate truth. That's what he did. And now me and many other people are getting out and experiencing it for themselves. So all the pain, the confusion, the separation, that's here. That's earth. That's where we are right now. But there, on the other side, is light, remembrance, peace beyond word, joy that sings through your being. Literally. You don't descend when you leave your body, you rise. Imagine your heaven. Close your eyes. Imagine what you would think of heaven to be like. Just imagine it. Now multiply that times 1,000 because I don't even have the words to explain what it feels like. It's just bliss. Like I did a video describing my experience on Neo Soul, and that's a place in the lower realms, either realm 1 or realm 2. I didn't even do a video on what heaven's like because or realm 5 because it's just great, right? Like it's one of those things you just got to experience, you know. So I ask again, would you fear stepping into paradise? Would you fear coming home? Because me and many others can verify that that's what awaits outside of this flesh suit, outside of this experience that we're in. It's a fact. Now, this list could have been a lot longer. So I summed up basically everything within this video into one section, and this section is number 4. Beliefs shape your reality. If you believe the other side is scary, it will reflect that. If you believe you are small and fragile, the universe will mirror it. But if you remember the truth that you are eternal, protected, and powerful, you will soar. So that's why I'm creating this video, not just to tell you that there's nothing to fear, but to instill that knowing within you, to speak to that part of you that already knows this, because you are the greatest power in all of creation. Nothing is more powerful than the soul, because it's through the soul that everything is created. And you, my friend, are a soul no different than the souls that created this place. That's a fact. And I also get this a lot. If and it's silly to me really. If if belief systems create your reality, is it possible that what Darius is telling you is shaping your reality? Yeah, it's very possible. But guess what? What he's telling you is the ultimate truth, right? That we are eternal, that we control everything, that you are your ultimate authority, and that's all very true. That is the ultimate truth. Anything outside of that is a narrative that we tell ourselves. It is a human creation. Everything on this planet that you have learned up until now has been taught to you by another human being, another person that is in forgetfulness. All fear based narratives. Now, when you have somebody that goes to the other side for themselves and sees it, that's the ultimate truth, right? If I've been outside of everything, I've been outside of the construct, I've been to the void, I've remembered my first thought from source. And once you remember it, everything else seems so silly. This whole universe is just a thought, it's just a creation, right? And once you remember the very beginning, if there ever was a beginning, because it's just like we just always existed. There's never been a time that I never existed, that you never existed, because the earliest time we can remember, we existed, right? It's pretty, it's not too hard of a concept to grasp, really. But so with that said, if he was telling, if, we were telling you guys something along the lines of a limiting belief or a fear based tactic or something, yeah, sure, that's going to shape your reality. But this is the ultimate truth. We're telling you that your beliefs shape your reality. We're telling you that you exist outside of here. And we're also telling you that you can get out and see it for yourself. So you don't just have to believe us. And the things that we tell you are things to help you break free of the illusions. Everything in this universe is an illusion. And guess what? Earth is the deepest illusion. It's the one, if we're in 12, there's 12 realms, right? You can think of them as levels. Realm 12 is the highest level, the one closest to source, the one closest out of this construct. Each one below that, there's more layers, more templates, more structure, more distortions on your soul. We are in realm 1, the lowest of the 12 levels. You can say this is a frame of reference that you can think. So if realm 1 is the greatest distortion, don't you think that everything around here is a distortion? Religion, all of these limiting beliefs, it's all a distortion. So once you break out of that, once you get out of all you need to do is get out of the entire universe, you'll know everything that I'm saying is true. That's it. And this is how you can do that. Letting go of your fear, doing the out of body method that Darius teaches, that every everybody teaches, which is essentially you get into sleep paralysis, you relax, you will feel your soul separate. It's that simple. Now, how to get into sleep paralysis? You lay there still and conscious. That's the basis of it, right? I mean, that's the basis. Um, and you will experience things like the sensation of death. Just past that, you'll feel ultimate freedom, bliss. Your heaven awaits you. I can guarantee that. So there is nothing to fear but fear itself. That is a very famous quote, and that is a great quote. All right. So the last false narrative that we need to break free from to achieve the out of body state is the fear that something can hurt you out of your body, the fear of another being, the fear of an evil entity. Nothing can touch your soul. Nothing can hurt, harm, or touch your soul. Period. If you believed everything that I told you in this video, you'll know that to be true. But even if you don't, if you can just grasp this one concept that you exist outside of this universe, this I know to be 100% true. I have seen the universe from outside of it. If you can grasp that one concept that you exist outside of here, why would you fear anything within it? Death is an illusion. That's why that was number one, right? Because a lot of times we fear these things because as humans, we can have the sensation of dying. And that's why you would, that's really the only reason why you would ever fear another being is because, oh, you think it can hurt you or it can kill you. Well, if you can't be hurt or you can't be killed, then there's nothing to then there's nothing to fear, you know? Because you are a soul. You are a divine being. You are source and essence. If you think about the being God in the Bible or anything like that, that is you. That is who you are outside of this. If you've ever watched any of my earlier videos, you know that we're soul. We choose to come here. This is all an experience. And round one, this construct, this idea for this particular experience has never been created before. So what comes with something that has never been created? The unpredictable, right? We never knew that it was going to be this twisted, this corrupt. We never knew money was going to be invented and create the illusion of control, right? That's where a lot of this stems from. That's where a lot of these control structures stem from is money, control, power. Souls get addicted to that. And especially when you know everything I'm telling you, and if you love the illusion of power or control, you can very well use this information to your advantage. When you go to the other side, you know, you have access to everything. Manifestation becomes easy. You have the keys to the universe, the keys to life. And if you have, you know, if you have bad intentions, you can use those for your benefit and to keep other people down and in forgetfulness. You can. Now, but once you realize your divinity, you're not going to want to do that because that limits you. And once you're out of here, all of your actions, if not in alignment with the highest good, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt you. Nobody's judging you but yourself. And it's going to be the biggest pain that you ever felt, right? It is. That's a fact. That's a fact. So just remember that you are a divine ember of the infinite, and no being, no force, no illusion can harm what is eternal. So when you step into the out of body state, you're not stepping into danger, you're stepping into power, your true power. So, to all my soul family out there, let go of the fear. Fear is the final illusion. And on the other side of it is remembrance. So, this is your moment. This is your time. This is your awakening. So, with that said, that's all I have for you guys today. So, as always, remember, stay curious, stay grounded, and always remember you are not just in the game, you are the one controlling it. I'm the alchemist, and I'll see you on the other side.